Hello hunters! Drew here with my set of Phial element switch axe builds. I've primarily been playing grounded switch axe since title update 1, and these builds are designed to make the most out of that with a balance of damage and comfort skills. For reference, the grounded playstyle focuses on morph attacks as well as frequently hitting the burst counter. I have a video linked here if you're interested in my discussion on grounded playstyle. I plan to have another build video in the future that will include the element files after title update 2, but these are the element builds that I will be using going into title update 2. I have new graphics I'm using for my builds, so just pause the video if you need to stop and look at the set. I have 5 builds that all use the same gear set, except you will change the switch axe as well as the element decorations. To get the most out of the build, you will need to augment the Anjanath coil and the Malzeno greaves to at least have the level 1 slot upgraded to a level 2 slot. Going for the slot upgrade should not be too bad, and they are lower rarity pieces so they require less essences to augment. I won't go and read off everything in the build, but expect to have extra 1 slots after all the decorations are in and your augments are complete. I recommend filling in the rest with grinder decorations for speed sharpening. For the talisman, each of these builds will use a rapid morph talisman with 2 slots. So the final build has attack boost 7, element attack 5, protective polish 3, weakness exploit 3, rapid morph 3, and chain crit 3. We have power prolonger and wirebug whisper 3 to help maintain our amp state. If you feel that you are able to maintain your amp state without these skills, feel free to adjust for more damage, but in multiplayer I especially recommend power prolonger, but in solo you may be able to maintain amp without it. Lastly, I always recommend running at least 1 point in evade extender when playing switch axe. For additional skills you may get from augments, I recommend crit boost first and then agitator. I have a number of other skills listed here. This is because if you get one of these skills as an augment, you can remove the decoration of that skill and then replace it with a crit boost decoration or an agitator decoration. For the rampage decoration, all of these builds will use the Phial switch boost decoration. It is very powerful on power Phial, and especially powerful if you're playing a grounded playstyle. Alright, so for the Fire build, we have the Wrathfall switch axe and we augment it to have 2 slots for attack and 3 slots for element. For Thunder, we use the Zinogre switch axe and augment the rampage slot for Phial switch boost. We use the last augment slot for extra element attack. For Ice, I use the Kushala switch axe. There is already a level 3 rampage decoration slot, so we just augment 3 points into element and 2 into attack. For Dragon, I use the Gormagala switch axe. Here we upgrade the rampage decoration slot and add 1 point of element. For Water, there are actually 2 options. The Mizutsune switch axe uses the exact same template as the rest of the builds. You will want to augment the rampage decoration slot and put in 1 slot of element. The Daimyo switch axe is slightly stronger but requires some specific augments because of the handicraft requirement. Augment the switch axe to have increased sharpness and 2 attack. You will need to get the level 2 slot upgraded to a level 3 slot in the helmet, as well as get 1 additional 1 slot for the water attack. I would say if you want to keep it simple and just have 1 gear set, use the Mizutsune one. Otherwise, the Daimyo should be the stronger choice. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will be making a larger build video for element after title update 2, as I expect there may be some adjustments after the update. But I wanted to put out this build video in case you're interested in getting these Phial element builds ready before title update 2. Remember that you should check out your hunter's notes to figure out a monster's elemental weaknesses, and then use a relevant build. If you're wondering how element damage works, I have a video linked here. Besides that, thanks for watching, and take care.